Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this wooden block nativity set inspired by a picture I saw on Pinterest. This is the last video of my Christmas countdown of crafts, so check out the other items I've made so far if you haven't already. This is relatively easy. The supplies and tools needed are minimal, so if you're interested in making this project featuring the Holy Family, stay with me and I'll walk you through each step. I started off by looking through my scrap pile for wooden blocks to make the bodies and found two possible contenders. The first is a square porch railing spindle, which is a bit small but would work. The second is a piece of furniture leg. I have a bigger piece up here. I like the chamfered edges and the size is more proportionate to the wooden bead I have for the head. Plus it's rustic, so I chose it. I always save pieces parts because you never know when you might need something, like this broken rocking chair, which would work as well because the shape is what I was looking for. This is my inspiration piece that I saw on Pinterest, and I based mine off of this general idea. I have a whole bag of these craft beads that I found at a thrift store. They measure roughly 1.5 inches across, and luckily there's a flat portion with a pre-drilled hole on the underside. I had to guesstimate the size of Mary and Joseph's bodies and figured 6 inches would be about right for her, so I cut the leg using my miter saw. Then I set the wooden head on top of Mary to see how much of a height difference there should be between her and Joseph. I would say anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch would look good. So I cut Joseph's body at 6 3/4 inches, but you can vary the size however you'd like. Keep in mind, if you use something that has a taper like I did, you might have to account for that to get a straight cut so your piece isn't leaning slightly when standing. I gave both bodies a light sanding and repaired the crack in Joseph's body while I prepared the other pieces. Using my squares, I marked an X at the top of Mary's body so I'd know where to drill a hole for the dowel. I made a dent first because sometimes a drill bit can skate off from its intended spot. Then I used increasingly larger bits in the body and underside of the head until my dowel rod fit snug. I found this 1/4 inch size in my stash of supplies, and it's substantial enough to keep the heads anchored. I cut 2 sections at 1.5 inches using painter's tape to keep the cut pieces from flying off on my workbench. I used a touch of wood glue inside the head and gently tapped the dowel into place, making sure it was straight. While the heads were drying, I painted the bodies. Mary is a pale blue and needed about 3 coats of paint to cover. Joseph is brown, and because of the dark color, was good with just 1. I let everything thoroughly dry, then I lightly sanded just the edges to draw attention to the beveled corner detail. It gives it a rustic look, but you can leave them as is if you'd like. I attached the heads next, paying attention to which side of the body looked the nicest. That will face forward, and I was also aware of the grain pattern on the wood beads. You don't want anything weird on the face that looks like this, at least I didn't. I went with a more subtle texture, then I applied wood glue and seated the dowels into the bodies and let them dry. I kind of like the idea of Joseph having a staff, so I marked the area where I thought it looked good. This is very close to the 8-inch mark, so I cut it at that measurement. I also cut the clothespin at 2 inches that will make up baby Jesus. Using my inspiration photo as guidance, I then started hot gluing the swaddling clothes on. Now this is a bit tricky because it's so small, and I directly touched the hot glue even though I was purposely trying not to. You pretty much just wrap it around and fold the loose ends in like you're wrapping a gift. I used twine to make Joseph's halo. Again, it's tricky working with hot glue. I needed enough that it wouldn't slip off the wooden bead, but not so much that it shows. The headscarf for Mary is burlap ribbon remnants. You never know when little scraps like this will come in handy, and these were perfect. After all the clothing and accents were added, I glued Joseph and Mary together with a shot of hot glue and wood glue. Because my pieces are tapered, they only really touch at the very bottom. I clamped them together and also glued and taped Joseph's staff into place. Rather than tying twine around everything like my inspiration photo, I just tied a bow around baby Jesus. I thought I was recording that part, but apparently my camera shut off and I missed filming it. Now you could leave the trio like this or build a manger for them. Coincidentally, when I was looking on Pinterest at potential mangers for this craft, I came across my own that I built a couple years ago. I decided to just glue them to a wood cookie that I cut from a log. My cookie measures about 6 by 6.5 inches, and the glue was sufficient, but if you wanted, you could shoot a brad or pin nail through the bottom or even use screws. I was afraid I might crack the cookie and didn't think it was needed, as the glue keeps them well anchored. And here's a look at the finished product. This was really an easy project, and you could further customize it by building the 3 wise men, animals, and a manger. Let me know in the comments if you plan to try this craft for yourself. This does conclude my Christmas countdown of crafts. I hope you enjoyed watching and that you remember the true meaning of the holiday season and that you're able to celebrate surrounded by family and friends. I want to thank you all for watching and supporting my channel. And until next time, take care and Merry Christmas.